What's up, y'all? How are y'all doing? This is what happens when I haven't done it in 3-4 days. Running around. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, it's your first time here, Don Williams Jr.? Well, welcome. I begins. There's a petition and Sloan's YouTube comments at his video about Jamie Lynn Spears to get her removed from the Netflix series she's in. Please check out. Okay, Sonia. Oh, well, how you doing, JoJo? I'm glad you're here. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little bit discombobulated for the simple fact that I haven't done this in 4 days. I literally was on the couch for 2 straight days in pain, and my sleep schedule is all over the place. I'm to the point now I'm only sleeping like 4 hours at a time. It is not fun, let me tell you. And I'm not getting anything done. Alright, I know somebody just put up the rules. Alright, King Quinn put up the rules, so let's go ahead and get the rules out of the way, that way, boom. Welcome to the Zolly Star stream. No calling people out of their names, no isms, phobias, click that off. No isms, phobias, or shaming, no outside drama or personal beefs. You don't like somebody in the chat, block them. Take that to Twitter where people fight. That does not happen in my chat. I don't care who you are. Let's not do that, alright? And yes, everyone is welcome. Please be respectful. There we go. Now that I've passed the pamphlets out to everybody on the bus. Oh, and I stole my husband's, coffee mug that I got him for Christmas I think it was last year I got him for Christmas. I stole his coffee mug. Not sponsored. Pigeon, okay, real quick, Pigeon, what are you looking at, have I talked about? Real quick before we get started. Do other topics count as outside drama? Well, I mean, no, it's just that I'm saying outside drama as in you don't like somebody in the chat. That's outside drama. But what topic are you talking about? You want to know if I talked about it or going to talk about it or etc. Because I'll tell you if I'll talk about it or not. I can tell you now, if it's about Gabby Hanna, I'm not talking about it. I can tell you that right now. She's not worth my time. Trisha Paytas is also one not worth my time anymore on this channel. Because here's the thing. Well, let me wait till see what Pigeon says. Is there a bathroom on this bus and snacks? Yes. And see Skip for the toilet paper. Skip holds the toilet paper for everybody. Tina, let the games begin. Amanda, I always bring snacks. I know there's a delay, so I'm just waiting to see if... Okay, here we go. Heard about Kyle Massey, Disney character, That's So Raven, Corey in the House, sent explicit photos to a 13-year-old who has known him since she was 4. I have not heard that one at all. Oh. No, Pigeon, I don't know. I don't know anything about that one, Pigeon. I have not heard that one at all. Yeah, I haven't heard. Skip's like, damn it. Yeah, I haven't heard that one at all. I will have to go back and, you know what? No, I don't want to pin it, but I'll go back because I know it was in the beginning and I'll look that up. Well, Skip, if you saw it on Twitter, can you DM it to me whenever you get a chance? Because I haven't seen it. So, yeah. Big reason why Twitter showed earlier, getting pretty gross, alongside news of Drake Bell also sitting in split. Yeah, I don't know about any of that, to be honest with you. Vlad TV tweeted about it. Okay. Alright, I'll look into it. But yeah, big reason why I won't talk about Trisha or Gabby. Here's the reason why I won't talk about either one of them. They need channels to talk about them, especially Gabby. Gabby, as much as she hates drama channels, she needs them just as much as they need her. Because the more people talk about you, the more people look into you and give you watch time and hear your songs. I will not be a part of that. That's just how I feel about Gabby Hanna. No. She's not worth my time on this channel. So, not doing it. What's up, Not Another Housewife? Congratulations on your 1K, by the way. I'm still trying to get my AdSense figured out. They haven't calculated any of my AdSense yet. So I can't put in a payment plan yet. And it's like, come on, guys. I need y'all to get with your shit. But it's there. Oh, you think Dion posted about it on her Twitter? Okay. I don't remember seeing it. I may have seen it. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't been able to put payment type yet under my AdSense. I'm going to have to get a hold of somebody. Okay, so let's start with the subject now. All that other stuff, if I decide to put it on the channel, we can talk about it then. I'm pretty much just going to go over what I've seen on Twitter. I was going to play the video that has you actually hear Britney speaking, but that's actually getting copyrighted claim by the U.S. court system. The California courts are copyrighting it, and they're just putting it up and putting it up on different channels, and I'm not trying to get copyright claim, so we're not playing that. So, let me see what's going on here. Okay, not a big deal. Yeah, I have no idea. My AdSense is literally saying zero skip, as in everything that I have gotten so far, it's saying zero in my AdSense, like I haven't gotten anything. So I don't know what is going on. I literally need to contact them and go, what's up? I think it was the voice or whatever, but it has been copyright claimed, so I can't play it. Oh, good. AdSense takes like a month and a half to show up. So it actually takes like over a month for it to show up under your AdSense, as in this is how much you've gained. Is that what you're telling me, Chelsea? Oh, God, it is hot. What's up, Witchy Mama? Thank you for being on time. All right, let me go and make sure. Oh, well, that's not where I wanted to be. Thank goodness I didn't have y'all here. Oh, and by the way, although I am not supposed to say the name because they want to be anonymous, although I pulled the wrong one, what is it called? The thumbnail was actually made by a friend. They refused to let me give them credit. So, but she did a version where the Xylee Star was taken out, so it's not the Xylee Star in the corner, and I meant to put that one up, but I'll fix that after the show. And I'm like Peanut. Oh yeah, actually I can show y'all right here. Hold on. Peanut likes to retweet everything she talks about. I bookmark. So y'all gonna see some other stuff besides Britney on the bookmarks, but just know it's either for I want to look at it later, or I'm going to talk about it at one point. All right. And Norm, I never watched the YouTubers being talked about by T drama commentators. I look them up, but I don't watch them. hold on. I maybe not be the norm. I never watch the YouTubers being talked about by T-drama commentary channels. I look them up, but I don't watch them. Bonnie, I can understand you not watching them, but one thing I like to preach here is don't go by just what the T-drama channels, commentary channels like me, don't just go by what we say. Because, like, when it comes to Gabby Hanna and Trisha, I do have my biases against them. You know, it's always good to, if they show you something, go look at it further to make up your own mind about. That's the only thing I suggest. Jenna, earlier this week, and I've been watching a bunch of old streams. Cool to catch them. Oh, thank you, Jose. Oh yeah, it takes a long time to update. Okay, well they're still going to get along the. King Quinn, AdSense is how YouTubers, once they get monetized, they get paid. Lemon Lover, find info from all different sources. Exactly, Lemon. All right, so let's get started on this. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is what comes up. This is what comes up when you go to the original video where it's her talking. This video is no longer available due to a copyright claim by Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles. But there is another video up. There is, but I'm not playing it because I'm not getting the copyright strike. No, not doing it. Oh, thank you. I want to say it's Goblin. I hope it's Goblin. I see a bunch of funky letters, and it looks like Goblin to me. What's up, Vamp? All right. Man, there's a bunch of. See, look, there's that creep show art thing. Her telling on herself. Oh, Miss Thang. What was this it? I'm trying to find the article that actually shows out the whole thing of what she said, and I was going to read it out. I think this is it. Page 6, don't give me crap. Alright. Why is this room so hot? They don't actually go over. They skip around. I wanted the actual, like, the whole speech. Okay, who hasn't heard the speech that she gave? That's different. I didn't know there was a court order against recording. Well, here's the thing. I kind of figured it was iffy because the person who recorded it, they obviously recorded on their phone, and you heard, like, their phone, like, getting notifications and stuff like that. If they could straight up do it, there would have been a camera recording that. You know what I mean? Or it would have been, like, professionally done. So, being that it came from somebody's phone, it sounded a bit iffy anyway. Alright. Let me see if I can Google the transcript. Britney Spears. Transcript. I think. All right. No, I am not. Okay, well, okay. I am so sick of these articles wanting me to subscribe. I'm not subscribing, yo. I'm too cheap for that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to read this out. All right, so on February 28th, and this is coming from the New York Times. On February 2008, a California judge placed Britney Spears in a conservatorship. She's been in a conservatorship since 2008. A legal arrangement that granted oversight of her personal life and finances to her once estranged father, James P. Spears. I have very not nice things to say about him. Oh my God, where was it? I think it was on either Hulu or Netflix. They did a documentary on Britney Spears, and let's just say that man was always about the money when it came to her. Always about the money when it came to her when she first started. On a court on Wednesday, an emotional 23-minute statement detailing what she described as mistreatment under the conservatorship and empathetically asked for it to end. Here's a transcript of her full speech with annotations. So we're going to start. Yeah, Hulu. There we go. I do too, Tina. I'm happy she spoke out. All right, so her transcript full of speech with annotations. Okay, so she says, okay, well, I just got a new phone, so bear with me. So I have this written down. I have a lot to say, so bear with me. And you can tell that she was, when she was saying it, when you heard that video, you can hear in her voice she was desperate for somebody to listening to her. So she was saying it so fast so she can get as much in as she could because she was scared somebody was going to cut her off at any moment. You could hear it in her voice. It was sad. No, you're not, Captain. I hadn't even really started. So it was really sad to hear. She went, I wrote all this down last time I was in court. I will be honest with you. I haven't been back to court in a long time because I don't think I was heard on any level when I came to court last time. I brought 4 sheets of paper in my hands and wrote in length what I've been through the last 4 months before I came there. The people who did that to me should not be able to walk away so easily. I'll recap. I was on tour in 2018 and I was forced to do that I was forced to do. My management said if I don't do this tour, I'll have to... And that's when the lady talks to her, goes slowly. And she goes, of course, I apologize. The people who did this to me should not get away and be able to walk away so easily. To recap, I was on tour 2018. I was forced to do. My management said if I don't do this tour, I will have to find an attorney, and by contract, my own management could sue me if I didn't follow through with the tour. That right there tells you, and this is the whole basis of the conservatorship. They don't give a shit about Britney. This whole conservatorship is about money. Everybody's getting money through Britney, and you're going to see several instances in what she says. Her own management, if she didn't do that tour, her own management says you'll have to get an attorney and we're going to sue you. And you're going to have to basically end up paying her attorney, and her money is going out like this. And it's her money. That's the sad part. They're telling her what to do with her complete life. It's sad. Yes, it's very legal in California, actually, Bonnie. This was a setup. Britney Spears was set up. And she was set up because of the love of the money. The person, I can't remember their name, it's a woman who's working with her dad. She has actually tried to done this to several people. One of them, which I know is a very controversial figure, but she tried to do this to Courtney Love. Courtney Love had to fight it. Hence the reason why Courtney Love lives outside the United States. Because the same person who did this to Britney is the same person who tried to do this to Courtney Love. And as far as I know, she's done it to one other person. And they had to fight for like 10 years to get out of it. Lou Taylor, there we go. What's up, Dion? Yes, Lou. Yep. I knew it was a different kind of name, but yeah, Lou. I'm gonna tell you what. Alright, so. Assuming if I didn't follow through with the tour. He handed me a sheet of paper as I got off the stage in Vegas and said I had to sign it. It was very threatening and scary, and with the conservatorship, I couldn't even get my own attorney. So out of fear, I went ahead and did the tour. Now, if she didn't do the tour, the management was going to sue her and she would have to get her own attorney. However, she can't get her own attorney under the conservatorship. Make it make sense. If you don't do this tour, we're going to sue you and you're going to have to get your own attorney. But because of the conservatorship, she cannot get her own attorney. It's all about money with her. They don't give a shit about her. It's about the money. When I came off that tour, the new show in Las Vegas was supposed to take place. I started rehearsing early, but it was hard because I'd been doing Vegas for 4 years and I needed a break in between. But no, I was told this is the timeline and this is how it's going to go. I rehearsed 4 days a week, half of the time in the studio and half the other time in the Westlake studio. I was basically directing most of the show with my whereabouts and where I preferred to rehearse. And I actually did most of the choreography, meaning I taught my dancers my new choreography myself. I take everything I do seriously, and there are tons of video with me in rehearsals. I wasn't good. I was great. I know that's right. Britney, bitch. Just saying. I led a room of 16 new dancers in rehearsals. It's funny to hear my manager's side of the story. They all said I wasn't participating in rehearsals and I never agreed to take my medication, which my medication is only taken in the mornings, never at rehearsal. They don't even see me, so why are they even claiming that? When I said no to one dance move into rehearsals, it was as if I planned a huge bomb somewhere and I said no. And I don't want to do it this way. And the sad thing is it's her show. The little bit of freedom she had of creativity, they wanted to strip that away from her. It's all about money. It's all about money. It's sad. How you doing, Anna? There was a week period where they were nice to me and I told them I don't want to do they were nice to me. They said if I don't want to do the new Vegas show, I don't have to because I was getting really nervous. I said I can wait. It can wait. I said I can wait. It was like they told me I could wait. It was like lifting literally 200 pounds off me when they said I don't have to do the show anymore because it was really, really hard on myself and it was too much. I couldn't take it anymore. So I remember telling my assistant, but you know what? I feel weird if I say no. I feel like they're going to come back and be mean to me or push me or something. 3 days later, after I said no to Vegas, my therapist sat me down in a room and said that he had a million phone calls about how I was not cooperating in rehearsals and haven't been taking my medication. All of this was false. Again, it's all about the money. That therapist didn't care about her. That therapist was getting paid by her through the conservatorship to keep her there. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only, because I have to say it. But it's obvious. I'm just saying. No one involved with Britney Spears gives two shit about her. Two shits. It's all about the money. Rainbow Bright. What happened to Britney would never happen to a make pop star, in my opinion. I don't understand what you're saying, Rainbow Bright. I'm sorry. Oh, so they use the conservatives. Yeah, they completely control her. It gets even worse. He immediately, the next day, put me on lithium. Lithium is no joke, people. Lithium is no joke. Out of nowhere. He took me off my normal meds I've been on for 5 years, and lithium is a very, very strong and completely different medication compared to what I was used to. You can go mentally impaired if you take too much, if you stay on it longer than 5 months. But he put me on that and I felt drunk. They drugged her. They drugged her. That's exactly what they did. I really couldn't even take up for myself. I couldn't even have a conversation with my mom or dad really about anything. I told them I was scared, and my doctor had me on 6 different nurses with new medication come to my home, stay with me to monitor me on this new medication, which I never wanted to be on to begin with. There were 6 different nurses in my home, and they wouldn't let me get in my car to go anywhere for a month. She's literally a prisoner. Not only did my family not do a goddamn thing, my dad was all for it. Well, of course he is. He's reaping the most benefits out of it. Anything that happened to me had to be approved by my dad, and my dad only. He acted like he didn't know, but I was told I had to be tested over Christmas holidays before they sent me away when my kids went home to Louisiana. He was the one who approved all of it. My whole family did nothing. Over the 2-week holiday, a lady came to my home for 4 hours a day, sat me down, and did a psych test on me. It took forever, but I was told I had to. Then after I got a phone call from my dad saying, after I did the psych test with this lady basically saying I'd failed the test or whatever, again, getting paid to give them a narrative. I'm sorry, Brittany, you have to listen to your doctors. They're planning to send you to a small home in Beverly Hills to do a small rehab program that we're going to make up for you. You are going to pay $60,000 a month. They're forcing her into a rehab program where she is going to have to pay $60,000 a month. Oh, look, someone else who's going to benefit off of this conservatorship. $60,000 a month of her own damn money, and they're making her do it. They're making her do it. So who else is getting a kickback? This is all of it. This whole damn thing is all about money. I cried on the phone for an hour, and he loved every minute of it. The control he had over someone as powerful as me. He loved the control. To hurt his own daughter 100%, he loved it. I packed my bags and went to the place. I worked 7 days a week, no days off, which in California, the only similar thing is called trafficking. Making anyone work against their will, taking all their possessions away, credit card, cash, phone, passport card, and placing them in a home where they work with the people who live with them. They all lived in the house with me, the nurses, 24/7 security. There was one chef that came there and cooked for me daily during the weekdays. They watched me change every day, naked, morning, noon, and night. My body, I had no privacy door for my room, and I gave 8 gallons of blood a week. It literally sounds like a prison. If I didn't do any of my meetings or work from 8 to 6 at night, which is 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, no days off, I wouldn't be able to see my kids or my boyfriend. I never had to say I never had to say in my schedule. They always told me I had to do this. And ma'am, I will tell you, sitting in a chair 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, it ain't fun. And especially when you can't walk out the front door. And she's paying for it, but she's being forced to do it. And that's why I'm telling you this again. 2 years later, I've been lied to and told the whole world I'm okay and I'm happy. It's a lie. I thought maybe I said enough, maybe I might become happy. Because I've been in denial. I've been in shock. I am traumatized. I'm sure she is. You know, fake it till you make it. But now I'm telling you the truth, okay? I'm not happy. I can't sleep. I'm so angry it's insane, and I'm depressed and I cry every day. Do you blame her? And the reason why I'm telling you all this, because I don't think how the state of California can have all this written in court documents from the time I showed up and do absolutely nothing. Just hire with my money another person and keep my dad on board. Ma'am, my dad and anyone involved in this conservatorship and my management, who played a huge role in punishing me when I said no, ma'am, they should be in jail. And I 100% agree with her. Their cruel tactics working for Miley Cyrus. She smokes on joints on stage at the VMAs. Nothing they've ever done to this generation for doing wrong things. But my precious body, who has worked for my dad in the past blank 13 years, trying to be so good and pretty, so perfect, when he works me so hard, when I do everything I'm told, and the state of California allowed my ignorant father to take his own daughter, who's only has a role with me. If I work with him, they set back the whole course and allowed him to do that to me. That's giving these people I've worked way too much control. They also threaten me if I said I don't go. Then I have to go to court, and it will be more embarrassing me if the judge publicly makes me go to the evidence we've had. You have to go. Okay, some of the things she's saying just doesn't make sense. I was advised for my image. I need to go ahead and just go get it over with. They said that to me. I don't even drink alcohol. I should drink alcohol considering what they put my heart through. Although the Bridges facility they sent me to, none of the kids. I was doing the program for 4 months, so the last 2 months I went to a Bridges facility. None of the kids there did the program. They never showed up for any of them. You didn't have to do anything if you didn't want to. How come they always made me go? How come I was always threatened, but my dad and anybody that participated in the conservatorship? If I don't do this, what they tell me to enslave me to do, they're going to punish me. We're talking about a grown-ass woman that literally I'm surprised she doesn't have to ask them, can she go pee and can she go poop? Seriously. I am surprised she doesn't have to ask them, can she go to the bathroom, because they control her that much. She is literally like in a prison. Oh, there's going to be no custody, her getting custody of her boys. Well, I'm absolutely not. Not while she's under the conservatorship. The last time I spoke to you by just keeping the conservatorship going and also keeping my dad in the loop made me feel like I was dead. Like, it didn't matter. Like, nothing had been done to me like you thought I was lying or something. I'm telling you again because I'm not lying. I want to feel heard. I'm telling you this again so maybe you can understand the depth and the degree of the damage they did to me back then. I want changes. I want changes going forward. I deserve changes. I was told to have a sit down and be evaluated again if I want to end the conservatorship. Ma'am, I didn't know I could and this is sad. I didn't know I could petition the conservatorship to be ended. She's been dealing with this for 13 years and she didn't know she could petition it herself. And speaking of petitioning, if her sister was so fucking worried about her, her sister could have petitioned for her to end the conservatorship too, because it's a family member. Just saying. If the mother don't like it, the mother could have petitioned it. But the mother's reaping benefits too, just saying. Just throwing that out there. Alright, AT2, I'll see you later. She goes, I'm sorry for my ignorance, but I honestly didn't know that. But honestly, I don't think I owe anyone to be evaluated. I've done more than enough. I don't feel like I should even be in a room with anyone to offend me by trying to question my capacity of intelligence. Whether I need to be in the stupid conservatorship or not, I've done more than enough. This is coming from a lawyer. Vivian, whatever lawyer, a lawyer for Mr. Spears said in a statement earlier this year that if Miss Spears wants to end her conservatorship, she should simply petition to do so. She has always had this right, but in 13 years has never exercised because she didn't fucking know. She didn't know. She didn't understand. They kept so much from her. All they ever did was bleed her of her money. Don't you think she would have petitioned it before now? Think about it. I don't owe these people anything, especially me, the one who has roofed and fed tons of people on tour on the road. It's embarrassing and demoralizing what I've been through, and that's the main reason I never said it openly, and mainly I didn't want to say it openly because I honestly don't think anyone would believe me. To be honest with you, the Paris Hilton story on what they did to her, to that school, I didn't believe any of it. I'm sorry. I'm an outsider, and I'll just be honest, I didn't believe it. And maybe I'm wrong, and that's why I didn't want to say anything to this, to anybody, to the public, because I thought people would make fun of me or laugh at me and say, she's lying, she's got everything, she's Britney Spears. I'm not lying, I just want my life back, and it's been 13 years, and it's enough. It's been a long time. I've owned my money. It's been a long time since I've owned my money, and it's my wish and my dream for all of this to end without being tested. Again, it makes no sense whatsoever for the state of California to sit back and literally watch me with their own two eyes make a living for so many people and pay so many people, trucks and buses on tour, on the road with me, and be told I am not good enough. But I am great at what I do, and I allow these people to control what I do. Ma'am, it's enough. It makes no sense at all. And that's exactly what they're doing. She's literally paying out all these people that she doesn't need to pay out. Literally. They are literally draining her of her money. So hence, she has to keep doing the Las Vegas shows or whatever. And that's a big reason why when you get towards the end of this, the big reason why about the IUD and all that. Yes, that's it, Vodka. You're right. Amanda Bynes is under, and I think it's the same person that put her in the conservatorship. Now, going forward, I'm not willing to meet or see anyone. I've met with enough people against my will. I'm done. All I want is to my own money for this to end, and my boyfriend to drive me in his effing car, because I remember this one specifically. She can't get in the car with her boyfriend. He can't drive her anywhere. She has to have permission to get in the damn car with her boyfriend. It's ridiculous. And I would honestly like to sue my family, and you should. And if you get out of this, absolutely take him for every single fucking dime. Take him. Take him for everything he bled you for, absolutely. And I would honestly like to sue my family, to be totally honest with you. I also would like to be able to share my story with the world and what they did to me instead of me being a hush-hush secret to benefit all of them. I want to be able to be heard on what they did to me by me making me keep this in for so long. It's not good for my heart. I've been so angry and I cry every day. It concerns me. I'm told I'm not allowed to expose the people who did this to me. For my sanity, I need you, Judge, to approve me to do an interview where I can be heard on what they did to me. And actually, I have the right to use my voice and take up for myself. My attorney says I can't, and it's not good. I can't, it's not good, and I can't let the public know anything they do to me. And by not saying anything is saying it's okay. I don't want what I said here. It's not okay. Actually, I don't want to interview. I'd much rather just have an open call to you for the press to hear, which I didn't know today we were doing. She didn't even know what she was walking into. So thank you. Instead of having an interview, honestly, I need that to get off my heart, the anger and all of it. It's not fair they're telling me lies about me openly. Even my family. They do interviews to anyone they want on news stations. My own family doing interviews and talking about the situation and making me feel stupid. I can't say one thing and my own people say I can't say anything. It's been 2 years. I want a recorded call to you. Actually, we're doing this now, which I didn't know that they were doing this until the public knows what they did to me. I know my lawyer, Sam, has been very scared for me to go forward because he's saying if I speak up, I'm being overworked in that facility of that rehab place. The rehab place will sue me. She's already paying him $60,000 a month. He told me I should keep it to myself, really. I would personally like to. Actually, I know I've grown with personal relationships with Sam, my lawyer. I've been talking to him like 3 times a week now, and we kind of built a relationship, but I haven't really had the opportunity for my own self to actually handpick my own lawyer by myself, and I would like to be able to do that. If you can take $60,000 a month from her for a goddamn rehab facility, she should be able to pick her own fucking lawyer. I'm sorry. Seriously. I would like to also, the main reason why I'm here is because I want to end the conservatorship without having to be evaluated. I've done a lot of research, ma'am, and there is a lot of judges who do end conservatorships for people without them having to be evaluated all the time. The only times they don't is if a concerned family member says something's wrong with this person and consider otherwise. And considering my family has lived off my conservatorship for 13 years, I won't be surprised if one of them has something to say going forward and say, we don't think this should end. We have to help her, especially if I get my fair turn in exposing what they did to me. Also want to speak to you about, at the moment, my obligations, which I personally don't think at the very moment I owe anybody anything. I have 3 meetings a week I have to attend no matter what. I just don't feel like I work for the people who I pay. And that's exactly what she's doing. She's working for the people that she pays. She literally pays her captors. She is literally a captive. And she's paying her captors. Yeah, it's sick. Jordy the conservator says I have to see my coach Ken even when I'm sick. I would like to do 1 meeting a week with a therapist. I've never before, even before they sent me to that place, had 2 therapy sessions, a therapy session and 1 therapy session with, I have a doctor and then a therapy person. which I've been forced to do illegal in my life. I shouldn't be told I have to be available 3 times a week with people I don't know. And that's about her going to therapy, and they're making her go. She goes, I'm scared of people. I don't trust people and what I've been through, and the clever setup of being in Westlake, in one of the most exposed places in Westlake, which yesterday, paparazzi showed me coming out of a place literally crying in therapy. It's embarrassing and it's demoralizing. And think about it. That's a setup. Oh, look, Britney is still crazy. She's still going to therapy sessions. Oh, she must still be in this. It's a setup. It's a complete setup. I deserve privacy when I go. I deserve privacy when I go and have therapy, either at my home, like I've done for 8 years. They've always come to my home, or when Dr. Benson, the guy, apparently he died. I went to a place somewhere where I went to Westlake, which is very exposed and really bad. It was identical to Dr. Benson, who died, the one who illegally, yes, 100% abused me by the treatment he gave me too. And I totally honest with you. I think the judge tells her to slow down again. Okay. She goes, and to be totally honest with you, when he passed away, I got on my knees and thank God. In other words, my team is pushing it with me again. I have trapped phobias, being in small rooms because of the trauma, locking me up for 4 months in that place. It's not okay for them to send me. Sorry, I was going fast again. To that small room like that twice a week with another new therapist I pay that I never even approved. I don't like it. I don't want to do that. I haven't done anything wrong to deserve this treatment. Can we normalize people going to therapy? I think everyone should go at least once a year for a checkup. Well, alright. Here's the thing, Lisa. You had Justin Timberlake when he wrote Cry Me a River, which, by the way, he lied. He's the one that cheated on Britney Spears. Anyway, you saw him at concert, and in the very beginning of that song, what was he singing? She's crazy. Talking about how crazy she was. Everybody knew the song was about Britney Spears. How did Federline act? He helped set her up too. They helped with the perception that Britney Spears was in dire need for help. Which she did need help, and she sought it, and she got it. At this point, they need to stop. I don't know about her being lobotomized. Yeah, it is awful, Amber Chick. People have literally done nothing but abuse and use her, and that's her own damn father. And that's the sad part. It's not like people she don't know. It's her own damn father. And Kevin Federline helped it. Justin Timberlake, you know, he was kind of on top when he was singing, "Oh, and she's crazy." In the beginning of the song, you saw it right there. You saw the tape thing. He was pushing it out there. I mean, look what Justin Timberlake did to Janet Jackson. She's the one that ended up having to apologize for him ripping her boob off, and come to find out it was planned by Justin Timberlake, not her. And who's the one that caught the backlash on it? Janet Jackson. Justin the good boy. He's gotten away with so much shit when it comes to women just because of the way he looks and his ass can sing. But that's society. Don't make me start going there. Federline is a verb now. I know that's right. Dion, I was at a JT concert. I'm ashamed. Girl, you didn't know. It's all good. Hell no. Hell no. I can't support his ass either anymore. Alright. I read that one. She goes, it's not okay to force me to do anything I don't want to do. By law, Jody and this so-called team should I should be able to sue them for threatening me and saying if I don't go and do these meetings twice a week, we can't let you have your money and go to Maui on your vacation. You have to do what you're told for this program and then you will be able to go. But it was very clever. They picked one of the most exposed places in Westlake, knowing I have the hot topic of conservatorship that over 5 paparazzis are going to show up and get me crying coming out of that place. I begged them to make sure they did this at my home so I would have privacy. I deserve privacy. It's an absolute setup. For 13 years, they've made Britney look crazy. For 13 years, they have made Britney look unstable. Now, that has been shattered. Because I have to admit, super fans who had conspiracy theories, a lot of them were right. And they kept pushing it, and they kept pushing it. And then finally, she did that TikTok. Like, they were under one of her TikToks. They would go, wear yellow if you're in trouble or something like that. And what she do the next TikTok? She had that yellow shirt on. She was telling them, you're right. I am in trouble. She had enough. She had enough. Listen, I can tell you this now. If you're in the situation where you feel trapped, I don't know what a conservatorship feels like, but I was in that one relationship. You get to the point where you don't care anymore. You honestly don't care. You don't care the consequences. You don't care what happens. You are desperate to get out of it, and you will say what you have to say, and you will do what you have to do to get the fuck out of it. And this was what she was doing in that court. She was desperate. To hear her voice, I teared up. She was desperate. Desperate. It's so sad. So sad. Alright, Alright, here we go talking about the money here. That's being at Westlake. The conservatorship from the beginning, once you see someone, whoever it is, in the conservatorship, making money, making them money, and myself money, and working. The whole statement right there. The conservatorship should end. I shouldn't be in a conservatorship if I can work and provide money and work for myself and pay other people. It makes no sense. The laws need to change. The state allows people to own another person's money and account and threaten them and saying, you can't spend your money unless we do what we want you to do and I'm paying them. Ma'am, I've worked since I was 17, and you have to understand how thin that is for me. Every morning I get up to know I can't go somewhere unless I meet people I don't know every week in an office identical to the one where the therapist was abusive to me. I truly believe this conservatorship is abusive. It is. And we can sit here all day and say, oh, conservatorships are here to help people, but ma'am, there is 1,000 conservatorships that are abusive as well. I don't feel I can live a full life. I don't owe them to go see a man I don't know and share my problems. I don't even believe in therapy. I always think you take it to God. I want to end the conservatorship without being evaluated. In the meantime, I want this therapist once a week. He can either come to my home. No, I just want him to come to my home. I'm willing to go to Westlake. I'm not willing to go to Westlake and be embarrassed by the paparazzi. These scummy paparazzi laughing in my face while I'm crying, coming out and taking my pictures. And all these white, nice dinners where people drinking wine at restaurants, watching these places. They set me up by sending me to the most exposed places, and I told them I didn't want to go there. And I knew paparazzi would show up there. Here she's talking about her 2 options that she had in therapists. This is her talking about here. During COVID, she wasn't allowed to get massages, manicures, acupuncture, but her mom would go all the time. She would see people coming into her home, but they wouldn't let her go and get it. Also, I was supposed to be able to. I have a friend that I used to do AA meetings with. I did AA for 2 years. I did 3 meetings a week, and I've met a bunch of women there. And I'm not able to see my friends that live 8 minutes away from me, which I find extremely strange. She can't even go hang out with her friends. Oh, here we go. This one is the crazy part. I would like to progressively move forward, and I want to have the real deal. I want to be able to get married and have a baby. I was told right now in the conservatorship, I am not able to get married or have a baby. I have a IUD inside of myself right now so I don't get pregnant. I wanted to take the IUD out so I could start trying having another baby. But this so-called team won't let me go to the doctor and take it out because they don't want me to have children, any more children. So basically, this conservatorship is doing me way more harm than good. They are keeping her forced sterilized. They are forcing her to stay sterilized. Yeah, Jennifer, you're actually right. Jennifer says Britney might as well go out and steal from a store. She would have more freedom in prison than she has in her own home. Yeah. Yeah. They are forcing her to be sterilized. In my opinion, I think more... I don't know what APT means. I think more description is human trafficking, not slavery. Yeah. Definitely, it's almost like... I don't know what to call it. All I know is she's a grown-ass woman, and they're forcing sterilization on her. And... they're telling her what therapist to go to that she has to pay for. They're telling her that she has to go to a facility that she's paying for. They tell her, hey, I'm going to sue you. You're going to have to get your own lawyer. But wait, under the conservatorship, you cannot get your own lawyer. So guess what? The lawyer they would probably provide for her would probably lay down and she would lose the suit. Therefore, her management would get the money. It's all about money. This whole mess is all about money. And it's spearheaded by her father. As the proud mama of three, I probably have one or two more. It breaks my heart to think. Yeah, exactly, pretend. Exactly. I don't know what to call this because human trafficking, yeah, that definitely works. Well, it does work because they're forcing her to work. Yeah? No, human trafficking does work because they're forcing her to work for them. Well, work for herself for them. So, yeah, that does work. Oh, he lives extravagantly. Have you seen his trucks and his play toys? Oh, let me tell you, he lives extravagant. He does. For a country boy, he lives extravagant. Best believe, for a country boy, he lives extravagant. He 100% lives extravagant. All right, and this is the last thing she said, basically. I deserve to have a life. I've worked my whole life. I deserve to have 2 or 3 year break. I mean, I would think so. Do what I want to do, but I do feel like there is a crutch here. I feel open and I'm okay to talk to you today about it, but I wish I could stay with you on the phone forever. Because when I get off the phone with you, all of a sudden I hear these no's. No, no, no. And then all of a sudden I feel ganged up on and I feel bullied and I feel left out and alone. I'm tired of feeling alone. I deserve to have the same rights as anybody does by having a child, a family, and any of those things and more so. And that's all I wanted to say to you, and thank you so much for letting me speak. Did you hear that desperation in that last... Did you? That's why she was talking so fast, and that's why she was talking the way she was when she was reading this. She was scared that they would tell her to shut up at any moment. That's how desperate she is. That's how desperate she is. It's sad. Let me stop what I'm doing. Hold on, guys. All right. All right. A couple things I want to talk about outside of this. All right. So I remember when Iggy Azalea, I guess she did that song with Britney Spears, and Iggy Azalea caught shit because she was talking shit about how Britney Spears' team went in and were looking for drugs, were looking for this and looking for that, and Iggy caught shit for it. I guess Iggy wasn't wrong now, was she? I'm just saying. Alright. Um... The audacity. A proposed order was filed today appointing Jamie Spears and Bessemer Trust co-conservatives of the state of Britney Jean. Well, and we knew that was going to happen, so. Alright, let me get this because I swear to God, I think this is one of the times that I've agreed with Azalea Banks. And I can't believe that I'm saying that out loud. That I agree with Azalea Banks on something. Seriously. Yeah, I did too, King Quinn. Yeah, Chelsea, that Iggy stuff was a while ago.
Not fair. And the shit is really not fair.
Are we gonna play, or what are we doing? Okay, so obviously it doesn't want to play. I'm not worried about it then. I'm not fighting it. Seriously? Alright. Well, Azalea Banks was basically saying that, yeah, y'all need to let her go. Basically. That's about Gabby Hanna. That's about Creep Show. Alright. Here goes Miss Thing.
Because I felt like until my sister was able to speak for herself and say what she felt she needed to say publicly, that it wasn't my place and it wasn't the right just
Okay. Jamie Lynn. Oh my God. Jamie Lynn acted like she was completely inconvenienced to say anything. Like, it completely inconvenienced her.
just want to take a second to address a few things. The only reason I haven't before is because I felt like until my sister was able to speak for herself and say what she felt she needed to say publicly, that it wasn't my place and it wasn't the right thing to do. But now that she's very clearly spoken and said what she needed to say, I feel like I can follow her lead and say what I feel I need to say.
Look. I cannot... So you mean to tell me you couldn't try to stick up for your sister earlier? Are you serious? It's not my place to say anything about my sister being abused. Okay, exactly, Ursula. Exactly. Exactly.
I think it's extremely clear. Since the day I was born, I've only loved, adored, and supported my sister. I mean, this is my freaking big sister before any of this bullshit. I don't care if she wants to run away to a rainforest and have a zillion babies in the middle of nowhere, or if she wants to come back and dominate the world the way she has so many times before. Because I have nothing to gain or lose either way. This situation does not affect me either way because I am only her sister who is only concerned about her happiness. I've made a very conscious choice in my life to only participate in her life as her sister, as an aunt to those boys. Maybe I didn't support the way the public would like me to, with a hashtag on a public platform, but I can assure you that I've supported my sister long before there was a hashtag, and I'll support.
She sounds so irritated. Does she not? No, they're really from the South. She's not faking that accent. She's not faking that accent. She sounds like she's from Louisiana. She's not faking that. But yeah, man. She sounds... Yeah, Dion's like, Sloan has made several good... I've heard. I haven't watched them yet. Yeah, she sounds irritated as hell that she's expected to say something.
Support her long after. Note that. I mean, I've worked since I was 9 years old. I've paid my own freaking bills since I was 10 years old. Not that I owe the public anything, because my sister knows I love and support her. That's the only person I owe anything to. I'm not my family. I am my own person. I'm speaking for myself. I'm so proud of her for using her voice. I'm so proud of her for requesting new counsel like I told her to do many years ago. Oh, not on a big public platform.
I told her to do many years ago that she wasn't allowed to do. Your sister wasn't allowed to do it. She still technically is not allowed to do it. Oh my God, Jamie Lynn, I swear, No ma'am, Jamie Lynn, no ma'am.
But just in a personal conversation between two sisters. So I'm very proud that she's taken that step.
I'm telling you now, I would 1,000% fight my own parents over my sister if it was something like this. I would fight my own damn parents. Because here's the thing about me and family, okay? Especially when it comes to abusive situations, you know, in general, but especially something like this. Just because they're blood don't mean they're family. And I hope Britney gets out of this, and then I hope she sues the shit out of her dad. And you know what? Gives her middle finger to her mama and her sister and walks away. And they don't see her or a dime for the rest of their life. That's what I hope she does. Honestly. I can tell you that's what I would do if I was in a situation like that and I was able to get out of that. That's exactly what I would do. The only way you're going to see me is when I take your ass to court. I am done. Oh, it won't be guilt that eats them alive. It'll be the loss of control, especially for her dad. It'll be the loss of the control that eats him alive.
If ending the conservatorship, if going to Mars or whatever the hell else she wants to do to be happy, I support that. 100%.
So, you mean to tell me, for this whole 13 years, she's been telling you she likes the conservatorship? If ending it is what she wants to do, you mean to tell me she hasn't told you for 13 fucking years at all? At no point in 13 years she didn't tell you she wanted it done and over with. At no point did she say to you that she wants it done and over with. Seriously. Absolutely ridiculous. That's Emily Artful. No, that's Sky Williams thing. I need to watch that. Netflix faces pressure to fire Jamie Lynn Spears after family abuse claims. Britney's old friend Andrew Gallery says he was in the courtroom last week and that the attorneys in the courtroom who have been profiting off of her abuse were stoic, emotionless, and did not act shocked like the rest of us.
And when she started, I'm telling you, these lawyers did not have a single reaction. They were stoic. They literally just sat there emotionless, which I find kind of fascinating because to me, I got the feeling that they knew what was coming. Like, they'd known all this stuff that's been going on. Nothing shocked them. I was sitting in the courtroom reacting. I was in shock every time I heard some of this stuff. Those guys and girls, nothing. Not a single reaction.
They're not going to. They have no emotions.
And when she started, I'm telling you, these lawyers...
That right there, They're not going to have emotions. Why aren't they going to have emotions? It's not about emotions for them. It's not about taking care of Britney Spears. It's about the money they get. They don't give a shit about her as long as she keeps working and making money. That's all they give a shit about. To have some kind of emotion, you have to have emotions about the situation. They do not give a shit. All they care about is the money they're getting from her. Honestly. Don Williams Jr. asks, did the people involved actually think all this wouldn't come out sooner or later? I mean, they had a good run of 13 years. They had a good run. They, for a good decade, for a good solid decade, everybody thought Britney was fine. It's only been the last few years where the rumbling really started getting louder and louder. And then within the last year, I would say within the last year, it's gotten to a hardcore rumble where everybody is coming out of the woodworks going, yo, hold on. And then after this, oh, there's more pressure on them now. Lisa says, I think her team is the reason why her IG looks so crazy. They want you to think she... You know, it might be. It might be. I don't use IG, so I don't know what her IG looks like, but it's very possible. Look, they put her in a facility that's wide open to the public so the paparazzi can catch her coming out of it. And everybody knows what kind of facility it is. So why wouldn't they do something like that? You know? It's ridiculous. Do I have anything else? No, that's some other stuff. Alright, Britney's first husband, Jason Alexander, says... Come on, pop up. I was forced to sign an NDA, but cannot in good faith stay silent about the things I saw happening. Even back in the day when all the signs of Jamie's greed. He had his daughter on a tight chain, then just like he does now. I don't want to get into it too much because it ain't my story, but story to be telling. But when Britney does finally do any interview or write a book or whatever she chooses to do, if she chooses to do that, I can say with fact that the things she reveals will be bone-chilling to the core. Her testimony last week doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of everything she's had to endure, and it goes beyond the 13-year conservatorship. Jamie Lynn also hasn't had a conversation with Brit in almost a year, so I don't know what that brat was spouting off about yesterday. No, he didn't. I know I'm really just an outsider in all this, and most don't care to hear my opinion, but I think at this point it's obvious any and everyone always wants Brit happy and healthy. Oh, he flat out called Jamie Lynn a brat. Okay, that's the video I showed you. What does it take for Britney attorney to request an end to the conservatorship? Simple. File out this form and attach the statement she gave last week and pay $90. Why hasn't this been done already? So that's it. That's all they have to do is file this out, pay $90, and that's how you petition the court to end the conservatorship. That's some Gabby Hanna stuff. Kevin Federline and his attorney, Mark Kaplan, are co-conspirators in the abusive conservatorship over Britney Spears. He is carrying the water for her conservators by signaling that he'll request an evaluation in their custody case. He's part of it too. Cause you know he gets I think doesn't he get alimony? I know he gets the child support, but doesn't he get alimony too? He benefits from her being in the conservatorship. He benefits big time. The more she's working, the more he gets paid. Just saying. This shit's crazy, y'all. This shit's crazy as hell. People are making memes on Jamie, which honestly pretty funny, but they make a point. I haven't seen the memes yet, but Jamie looked very inconvenienced to having to say something. Seriously, she looked way too inconvenient for me. This is about your sister, dude. This is about your sister. Not only does he get paid, but Britney pays for every expense before he gets paid. So technically, the kids have no expenses. Oh, wow. The earbud did make that noise. Yeah, this is crazy. It's crazy and it's sad. Oh, he stopped getting alimony when he remarried. Okay. All right, there we go. Thank you, because I couldn't remember. Because I remember at one point he got alimony, but I didn't know he got remarried. So, okay, there we go. They won't terminate the conservatorship unless she gets evaluated, and Britney says she does not want to be reevaluated because she doesn't want the restrictions to get worse. King Quinn, she doesn't have to get an evaluation for it to get terminated. She doesn't have to get evaluation. That is a trick that they are... Listen, the court system's in this bullshit too. I lost it. I thought I bookmarked it. They had said something about the judge that's over this. So... As someone with a sibling, I'd feel obligated to stand up for him. Yeah, I would think so too. As I remember, he was part of the reason she had that breakdown. You know, and here's the thing, all right? She did have that breakdown. She shaved her head. But you know, that poor girl was going through a lot. She was going through a lot. She was undiagnosed. And they could have helped her without throwing her in a conservatorship. I think they saw an opportunity and they took it. And I think that's exactly what her dad did. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. That's what I believe he did. I believe he saw an opportunity and he took it. And probably what was happening is Britney was starting to get a little bit more mouthy and Daddy couldn't control her like he used to. Because I think I agree with the first ex-husband, or the ex-husband that talked, not Federline, but the other one. I agree with him. He was controlling things before the conservatorship. And I think she started getting mouthy, started growing up on her own, and he saw an opportunity. Damn right it was her hair. She wanted to save it, she could save it. Shit. I agree, Amber Chip. Anna Chick says if she's mentally well enough to make money like she does, then she's mentally well enough not need her life controlled, in my opinion. This should never be okay. And that's my thing. If this is all for Britney Spears' help, okay? Let's just say this conservatorship really cares about Britney Spears' health and mental health. If y'all actually gave a shit about her health and her mental health, then why are you pushing her to work when she wants a break? If you actually care. Why are you pushing her to constantly do those shows if you actually care about her health and her mental health? Why are you pushing her then? It's because you don't care. You care about the money she brings in. All they want is money. Exactly, Jessica. Everyone's been in on this since she first debuted. And I refuse to believe. Oh, Britney Spears, her father has been into the money since she started making money. Since she started making money. He was so excited about the brand new truck he was going to buy when she started making money doing what she was doing. He was so happy about that brand new truck and that boat he was going to buy. So, alright. Anything else before we go? I don't know if I'm going live tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out a subject to talk about. Well, tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. So, I'll probably go live Thursday. I feel like Jamie Lynn isn't getting enough disdain. Oh, I feel like Lynn isn't getting enough disdain. She is on this too. The fact that she reunited with him as a couple for a little bit. Are you talking about her mother? Yeah, Don. I think she was on, yeah, she was on Disney. Yeah. Because they have a picture of her and Christina Aguilera when they were babies. And when I say babies, I don't mean like babies, but babies. Yeah. Oh, her mom's in. Definitely her mom's in on this. Come on now. Her mom makes a paycheck off this shit. Her mom is 100% behind. Absolutely. No. The thing is all the paperwork is filed under Jamie. But you can't tell me her mom ain't for this. You can't tell me she's not. Lynn talked about it in her book, how Jamie and Lou were planning the conservatorship for a while before it happened, Chelsea said. And you know what? As a mother, what the fuck did she do for her child? Did she fight for her child? Did she fight for her child? No, she didn't. I wish my ex-husband would. Because I think at that point they were broke up or something. Her mom stays quiet. Jamie Lynn stays quiet. They watch the abuse and stay quiet. Exactly, Chelsea. I wish somebody would try to put me under some shit like that. My mother is in her 70s and she will fight hell and back if somebody tried to put me in something like that. And she would be so public, she would blow up the damn internet over her child. So where in the hell was her mom? Why wasn't her mom blowing up the internet? And why wasn't her mom blowing up the TV networks and shit like that? Where was her mom? Sitting back and collecting checks. That's what her mom was doing. Sitting back and collecting checks. That's what her mom is doing. Yes, it is, Lemon. Yes, it is. It's sad. The music and movie industry takes advantage of young child stars, period. They do. They take advantage of the older ones too. They take advantage of everybody. If they are allowed it, they will take advantage of it. And in this case, it was allowed. Because married or not, I'm telling you right now, my mother would have blew up everything before allowing me to be put into something like that. Getting massages and acupunctures That's where she was. Yeah, exactly, King Quinn. Yeah, I don't know about the MLM with Jamie Lynn. I have no idea about the MLM. Oh man, still heart to her though. She had time to speak up. She absolutely did have time to speak up. 110%. Alright, guys. Well, we're going to end this here. And, I'm tired. Hopefully I can actually get some sleep and get some stuff done tomorrow. And look up stuff for, when I go back, I'm going to go back in the chat and, write that name down that, I forgot who it was that told me about that. Maybe look into that. I don't know if I'll cover it. So, alright guys. Well, y'all have a good night. I will see y'all Thursday. Remember, keep it real.